Hi, everybody. So let's talk a little bit today about a situation where a lot of things have gone wrong, for example. So we have a case like this where I have designed an upper from an existing denture scan, which I inverted to get the model, and I set the teeth. Now, this right here is not a problem because this is a Vita library, and Vita creates a noised output when you print it because they're trying to sell their own teeth. That's why they do this, which is not a problem to clean up in meshmixer. I do this all the time because I like using Vita teeth in my regular setups. So if I want to do a monolithic, I'll just clean that up and do a try-in just to make sure everything's good. The problem is all of this stuff, and I try to correct it as much as I could by changing the actual parameters of the base. And I corrected it some, but I still have all these areas here. Now, ultimately, when I switched the molds to a different library, so when I went from Vita to Pala, it actually fixed itself. So I don't know what was going on, but this was one of the times where I couldn't get it fixed. So for me, I need to make sure I stay with the Vita teeth. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this file and I'm going to open it up with meshmixer. This is what I use to actually clean up most of my cases. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into Edit, and I will generate phase groups. Okay. Then I'm going to press on the space bar, and this right here, if I change from this color to this color while holding the space bar, you'll actually highlight space groups in different colors. Phase groups, not space groups. And then it's actually, let's do accept, and we're going to switch to select, change the brush size to something smaller. And if I double click on each one of these, oops, I can actually, when I highlight the group, I can delete it. Then I'm going to zoom in and delete this one. Double click and delete, 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 delete. And I got a small one right here I need to delete. So now, hopefully, actually it looks like I got one little one. Let's Control Z out of it. Looks like it's part of something. Get the brush size smaller. Delete that. Interesting. I got one little thing here that doesn't want to delete. But it's not a problem because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to zoom in. Nope. Well, I'm going to somehow try to isolate it. See if we can do it this way. And delete it. Yep. So I just selected it this way. When it's this small, sometimes it's really difficult to select it. So I kind of zoomed out and did a selection with the line instead. So now we've cleaned that up. That file is completely cleaned up, but we still have an area where we need to make it nice and smooth so when we print it, it's not going to cause us any issues. And I showed you guys this before, but just in case. So we're going to do selection again. Make it a little bit bigger. And double click on it so it selects all of this. And let's just select this right here. Just so we're not changing the anatomy too much. Little spots I'm not too worried about. It's just the major ones I don't want to get too changed up for myself. So make sure it's adapted as close as possible. Okay, good. So now that we have it selected in this one right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press I, which will invert my selection, just selecting the teeth, right? And then I'm going to go into deform and smooth. And by clicking that, it just smooths everything out. Now I can make it a little bit more smooth if I wanted to, like this, or slightly less. About right here is good enough for me, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to press accept. All right, clear selection. Now let's change colors back to solid. Now we got these areas. Now I got some errors still, like area right here. I have a hole. So when I press I, it's going to show all these errors that I have right now. Just errors in mesh. Just auto repair it. It's going to clean it all up. Now I got one area right here I don't necessarily like. It might not be an issue, but just in case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, smaller brush size, and then I'm just going to edit, erase, and fill, just to clean it up. Now, some people ask me about these areas right here. Usually when I print, this is so minuscule that it doesn't even show up on the print. But if you wanted to clean that up, you can go into sculpting, and you go into actually, there's a couple of different brushes you can use, but if we try robust smooth and drop this down to about right here, you can go in and just smooth this out. Okay, it's pretty easy to do. All right, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Hope it helps, and good luck.